the lessons I wish I had known in my 20s. This video, if you're watching it, maybe you need to show it to your niece, your nephew, or it could be you watching it and you need it and you're in your 20s. In fact, in their teens, they need to see this video because I feel it's very important, and I know that these things I'm sharing here, I am also going to share it with my daughter because I need to sit her down and tell her, man, mama knows best. Try and have a relationship with purpose. No time for small talk. Don't be looking for guys or girls who are just talking about your eyes. My dear, those eyes, when you enter marriage, those eyes won't matter, because the real things will matter. You'll be thinking about child school fees, you'll be thinking about mortgage, you'll be thinking about a lot of things, very serious things. Subscribe and press the bell icon. Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. I'm pretty excited anyway. You know why? Because it's July, and guess what? Yesterday was my birthday. Yesterday was my birthday, and I was so excited. I am so grateful because this time I decided to really soak in all the love. I decided to really celebrate it because previous years, I don't know why, I'm never in the mood to celebrate my birthday. I'm either running away or finding an excuse to be moody, or to be very fair, I kind of get very reflective that period. Things I've achieved, things I've not, and everything, but it gets the best part of me. So this time I was like, no, I have to do something. My husband was even concurring, and he said we had to do something. So we had something like a little tiny teeny bitty gathering, and I was so blessed for that. Then the outpouring of love from Facebook, WhatsApp, calls, Instagram, everywhere. I was just feeling like a celebrity. Hey, man, thank you so much for the love. I know I have not commented on the post and everything. Is just so much to comment back, so I know with time I'm going to comment and everything. Don't worry, I have read all your messages, and I'm just saying God bless you from the depths of my heart. So welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Abby Green, popularly known as Boo Boo from Bubusboulevard Boulevard. Here on the platform, we teach parents and individuals at large how to balance life, and we do that through productivity, intentional living, working smart, and living happy. Okay, so this is a stress-free zone, like it's a no judgment zone. We try to find that balance, one stiletto at a time. That is, if you're wearing stiletto. For me, I have thrown all my stilettos away because I have to wear canvas. Canvas is not traders, canvas. So like I said, I have always been reflective, especially during my birthday, and I thought it's wise for me to film this video. So, about things that I wish I had learned in my 20s. Number one, you will not figure out things in your 20s completely. In fact, in your 30s, you have not figured it out. And I would advise you not to be in a haste to make it. Okay, don't be in a haste to make it. What do you do during your 20s? Your 20s should be for volunteering, internship. Look for people to mentor you. Look for places where you learn. You're always learning, because even in your 30s, you're always learning. A lot of people always have this misconception that as soon as they come out from school, they get a job, then they hammer. That's your ego even talking, because you lack experience, yet you want to hammer. How do you want to hammer and keep the money? So learn some virtues. You're going to need it, because I felt that I was on the fast lane in my 20s. I was working in radio stations, but I even understood, now I'm understanding why I was always leaving like a job after the other. Like I'll be with a radio station for maybe few months or a year, and I'm going to the next, because I felt there was a next big thing. So I was always on the move, like, no, no slacking. I need to make this money. I need to chase my papers and all that. But that thing that you were chasing actually was doing you a disservice, because you were not actually staying at a place to get rooted and grounded. So anytime you go to the next part or next phase of your life or next organization, you're starting from the scratch. So you need to like sit at a place, don't move so much around. But if you're moving, move with purpose, move with intention that you're going to learn so and so thing in your 20s. Don't just stay and say, okay, I want to hammer. Where are you hammering to? You don't even have the sense to maintain, to manage money. Where are you hammering to? So don't be in a haste in your 20s, okay? I know out of ego, some people like they want to show their classmates, oh, I am making it, so that maybe in reunions, she's a business tycoon, she's an entrepreneur, she's this, she's that, she's a media mogul and all that. But no, that's time of your age is not even the time you're supposed to be showing off. You're just a clerk. So don't be in a haste, okay? Number 2, focus on being a master in something. This is actually linked to number 1, but this time around, like, try and acquire a skill that is so relevant. Do your research, try and acquire a skill. Like this period of time, you know that IT is hot cake now. Try and learn some programming, networking, try and do some security IT programs and everything. It could be to your favor. That is, if you're into IT, anything you're doing, try to link it online now, because the internet is the way to go. This is the generation for it. Learn a skill that you're going to produce value with and money with, okay? Don't prance around. Just focus on something and be a master at it. Like when they think about design, they call you because they know you're good at it. Be that good that you cannot even deny your competence, okay? Master a skill. Like I said, in your 20s, if you're just running around, oh, you want to do this, oh, you want to do this one because you want to be the next big thing, I don't think you'll be humble enough to sit down and master a skill. Master a skill, not just getting a skill, master it very well. You can have other things, so you can have other skills, but master one that nobody can deny your competence, okay? Number 3, when it's time for school, you go to school. When it's time for leisure, you do your leisure. Leave all these things that they say, fellowship, you want to carry SU on your head, or you want to do other things. Yes, I know some things would excite you in school, but I want to tell you that your life does not end inside the 4 walls of the school. There's life ahead of you. So if you're so myopic that all you do is think of, oh, how we're going to be the top of the school, how we're going to be so social, everybody is just going to know that we're happening. For me, my own was that I wish I had focused more on my studies than going for fellowship. I think I was a fellowship junkie. I just wanted a circle of Christian friends that will always go and all that, because yes, I love the gathering, I love the fellowship, I love singing, the concerts, everything, I loved it. But those are misplaced priorities, okay? Because when it's time to study, the time you're supposed to use to study, when it's time for your exam, the time you were supposed to use to study, you were using it to go for fellowship and everything. So you now start doing rush hour TDB. It's not a good way to follow. When you go to school and read your books. Focus on every other thing is secondary. But some students, I know a lot of students who did the other way around. The fellowship, or for those who were socialites, the clubbing and everything were priorities for them, instead of the reading and the studying and the hard work. So when you are in school, focus on school. You can juggle a lot of things, but I know that you only juggle it one at a time. You don't see, like, you throw one ball, the ball is up, the other one is coming down, you're throwing it out. You can only focus one at a time. So when you're in school, my dear, put that in your head and read. Even if, yeah, some people say it's because they were not interested in the course and everything. I get it. I get it. But true, if you know what you're interested in, I don't support that you just drop out of school. Just try, read and read and read. If possible, try and change your department so that you can start studying the course that you actually love. Okay, so that is my advice for you. When you go to school and read. Thank God was merciful that we all graduated and graduated fine. But I know that if I had focused so much on studies, I would just come out with first class. Maybe, probably I would have just been a hot cake. Understand? So focus on your studies. Number 4, I know in the 20s are the time where you have to live young, wild, and free. But when you have relationships, please don't go for headless relationships. Go for relationships that have purpose towards marriage. Okay? Don't spend your time and your energy and your love essence on people who don't matter. Most of the times, all the relationships you guys are into in the 20s or late teens, you don't know anything. You don't know shishi. You think love is butterflies in tummy. You have not seen nothing. You have not even scratched the surface of love. Love is not the romantic movies you see. Love is commitment. Love is decision. You don't just feel, because he makes my tummy flutter and my heart flutter. That's why I think I love him. That's all infatuation. Okay? So tell those in your 20s, probably your niece and your nephews, they should hear this one. Don't go into headless relationship. 90% of the time you actually don't know what you're doing. In fact, 95% of the time you actually don't know what you're doing. It's just a select few that can actually think marriage and think it through. Or even if they were not thinking about marriage, they had this kind of inexplicable friendship that's like blossomed into marriage. You understand? So don't go into headless relationship. Try and have a relationship with purpose. No time for small talk. Don't be looking for guys or girls who are just talking about your eyes. My dear, those eyes, when you enter marriage, those eyes won't matter, because the real things will matter. You'll be thinking about child school fees. You'll be thinking about mortgage. You'll be thinking about a lot of things, very serious things. You'll be thinking about health. So this is not a time for you to start focusing on headless relationship. Those people just take from you, okay? So focus on a very good relationship. Number 5, be very daring. In your 20s, be very daring. A lot of people get scared. What will people think? It restrains you from living your life. Guess what? When you're in your 30s, your 40s, and 50s, you start regretting, like, but I'm not even afraid anymore. That is why you need to be daring in your 20s, because those things that you're scared about, they won't matter in the next 10 years. They won't matter in the next 20 years. Except any hurt that must have dealt with you, that you really need to see a psychologist or a psychiatrist for, or a counselor or a therapist, any of them. But those things you think you were scared for or scared of, they won't matter anymore. So you have to be an angry 20-year-old. Like, you're so proactive, you want to go and get it legitimately, okay? So that is what I wish I had known in my 20s, because I know as a 20-year-old, oh Lord, I was so scared. What will people say? What will people say? Everybody talks. I even know about a poem that we did in primary school. I still remember the words of the poem. They say, be kind, meek and gentle. People will talk about you. Be audacious. Be audacious, harsh and wicked. People will talk about you. And they had different, that was my own line. They had different lines and all that. And I'm like, whoa. People talk about you, whether you're sweet, whether you're angry, whether you're a bitter person, people are going to talk about you. So your assignment as a human being is for you to live your own purpose, quieten the noise around and live in purpose. So my dear, this is what I wish I had known as a 20-year-old. And trust me, now I'm going to tell my daughter straight up, she has to learn from mama, and also teach your younger ones or your children, because this life, we live it once, and every day that passes by, you can't get it back. You can be a late bloomer, or yes, you could actually, it's never too late anyway, but it's best to have your experiences at the timeline. Like, you're supposed to be learning in your 20s, learn in your 20s, okay? Even if you have failed, don't feel that that's where the life ends. It continues and continues. 30, 40. In fact, some people have not even figured out their lives in 50. Yes, this life is a journey. It's not something like one straight destination, because if you reach the destination, then there's nothing thrilling about the life again now. So that is why you need to appreciate each day as a gift. So I'm curious, what have you learned that you wish you had done better in your 20s? Please leave it in the comment section. I really want to read from you so that others too can learn from you. So I don't want to talk too much. Probably I've talked enough. I just want to say thank you again for the birthday messages. And thank you. I feel so good. I feel so great. And from me to you, it's XOXO. Bye.